When I think about relationships, I think about let this please be the last one because every time some years go by and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere, it's just more wasted time, more wasted effort and energy. And all you want is just to be with someone that just accepts you for who you are, values what you do for them, wants to build and work and strengthen the bond and plan out a future together. But not everybody seems to believe that that is essential or that that makes a relationship healthy. You need time to get to know each other. You need to really vet someone out before you commit. And I'm aware of that, I've made my mistakes where I proposed to the wrong woman. I was engaged to a woman that essentially knew that marriage will never happen because the family didn't accept it. I've been in situations where I wanted to marry a woman, but that woman just basically was afraid of love and commitment and what comes with this type of evolvement, when you want to achieve certain things in life, but you're not capable because you're emotionally not capable. And then it just ends in its tracks. It's just a dead end. And time doesn't wait for anybody. And you can go through this over and over again. It just tires you. You get exhausted, you just don't have the will anymore. You lose drive, you lose interest in pursuing such things, and then you're like, okay, why do I even bother anymore? Why don't I just mind my own business and stay my own lane and just forget about it? But there is always this lingering feeling inside of you, like, maybe let's try one more time. Maybe this person is different. Maybe this person might actually finally be the person that I'm looking for. And when I'm saying looking for, I mean they have traits you find attractive. It's either similar or compatible or complementary. I lean in more for complementary because that gets you further in life. You don't have to look for someone that has to complete you or fulfill you. No, you look for someone that actually complements you. You're already on top of your game. They just add to your life and you add to their life, but you don't define their life, not their quality of life. You create quality by adding value to each other's lives. And I strongly believe in that, still do, even with all the craziness and disappointments. I've always been at a point that I wanted to give up because I just didn't see a point anymore. It's always the same damn emotional roller coaster, mind effing, disappointments, wrong people that you invest in, or no return in investment, on investment, and you just get tired of it. And getting tired of it is what keeps you from wanting to try again. But I had my experience in the West, even with international women, and now I'm in Eastern Europe, and I was like, okay, I gotta try Slavic women, and see if it really brings in a different type of experience that is worth the money, the time, the effort, and the love. And my grandfather used to be pretty positive about it. He used to be married to a Russian woman for many years, and they even had a child. And he it wasn't like it was the perfect marriage, but he really valued the woman's strength. And I think it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for traditionalism and submission, then of course a lot of guys end up in Southeast Asia. If you're looking for, more the hot blooded type of women, you can go to Latin America. And if you're looking for, a strong and independent woman without the whole, nonsense you find out in the West, you can just go to the East, Eastern Europe. And I'm glad I'm here. Going to be a first-time experience in that sense. And like I said, I just embrace it as it comes, and I accept it as it is. I have my value, I have the stuff I can offer, but I want to see where it gets me, and I'm a strong believer it's going to work out. I don't really need that much, if it comes to relationship, just someone that's willing to stick it out, someone has my back, my ride or die partner for life, someone that values me, someone that doesn't take me for granted or what I do, someone that understands me, my quirks, my the things that make me and might not be as attractive. Someone that doesn't want to enter a relationship just to change you and fit the narrative as they want it to play out. Someone that really wants to equally invest and wants to actually stay and build a future And the thing that I've realized is what most women that I've dated, they either they thrive off, you know, their independence, and they don't want to commit, and they don't want to be in this relationship because they feel like it's a restraint. It keeps them from their liberty and freedom of movement and doing whatever they want. Or it's like it's about, you know, like they're not ready, you know, like they're not ready, and then whenever they're ready, they expect you to be ready. They expect some guy to be ready just to pop up in their life and just fulfill their needs. And it's just crazy. And here it's more like they have their own thing, so you don't have to do anything. You just gotta be attractive enough so they choose you, you know, they want to be with you. And that's fine, you know, that's perfect for me. If I'm just allowed to be myself and do my thing and not get you know, put in my place every time I do something wrong, say something wrong, or they abandon me because I made a mistake. You know, there has to be room to grow, to learn, and to be better, to do better, to become better together, you know, and add something to each other's lives. And something that is clearly missing, you know, where I came from. You know, they always give up, they always run away. One mistake you make, one error, it's enough to throw the baby in the bathwater away. Basically just leading you on, making you believe you have a relationship, but it's just a situationship, using you, exploiting you for whatever, you know, kicking you in the guts, you know, stabbing you in the back. And then you should be grateful, and that's then what life is and relationships are about. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm just over it, and I needed to find a different route in life. I needed to try something else, and I'd rather travel miles just to meet up with someone that I'm really into than to waste my time, someone close by, nearby, that doesn't value me or doesn't really, you know, want to build that future that I want to build with that person because they're not ready, or it's not accordingly as they want it to be, or there are some things that they don't like or dislike or want to see change. And yeah, you just grow out of it. It's just over, it's done, you know, it's finished.